Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Hood's Custom Shop, Homestead, Farm, whatever you want to call it. Chicken raising place. I'm here in the bus, guys. It's Friday. It's the beginning of my weekend. And check it out. I went and got an incubator. Woo, yeah. Trying to sound excited. I am excited, but check that out. We are at 99.5. We've got 12 eggs in there. It's the Pro Series Digital 4250, 40 watt, 120 volt AC. We are actually running off of solar power right now. So yeah, completely off grid. I'm not going to keep this on the solar power. I'm actually going to plug it in to the grid power that fan is running off of, that big old noisy thing over there. Yeah, that way hopefully it's more reliable. I don't know if, because I don't know if this is enough power here, if we start getting a bunch of rain and stuff, if this is going to be able to continuously run off of that and those batteries. If I unplug that cooler, it's very likely. But that's 12 volts and about, I can't remember, it's like 40 or 50 watts that cooler right there is pulling. So if I unplug that, that's going to save a ton of energy. All day long when the sun is out, this thing can run super easy because the solar panels themselves put out enough electricity to run this thing for sure. But anyways, that's what I got right here. It's got these little plugs right here. This is the fill port number 1. You use like a turkey baster and put water in right there. And then on the last 3 days, there's another fill port on the back side, and you fill that, or add water to that for the last 3 days. You don't take the lid off those last 3 days of the hatch. Today is day number 1, y'all, and these eggs have actually been in that 12 volt cooler, so they weren't like really cold or anything. They're not 40 degrees or nothing like that. They were, I don't know. Hopefully they hatch. This is a learning experience. I know I'm going to get all those comments. People say, oh, you can't refrigerate them, they won't hatch. And then you're going to have the people who say, yeah, they'll hatch, they'll be fine, blah blah blah. I don't know, but I'm learning. All right, we've got 12 eggs in there. It's what I had. Actually 3 of them was cracked, so I tossed those out back to the birds, and they came and ate those. But anyways, we got an incubator, and we put 12 of them in here, kind of spaced them out and everything, so they hopefully have nice even airflow around them. I'm sure you can probably fill this thing completely up and it'd be just fine too. So yeah, anyways, 12 eggs in there. Hopefully in about 21 days or so we'll have some baby chicks. And then I also got a hen out here. Let me show you guys the hen. She went broody. I know this fan's a little loud, but this thing, look at that. The max air, yeah, it's moving some air, y'all. I'm telling you what. Let's step out here. I need to get some steps built back here on the back of the bus. I'm tired of climbing in and out on that ladder. All right, so we got some medicated chick starter grower. Right here I got the Thermopeep heated pad. I'm gonna try that out instead of the big old 500 watt light bulb. But I'm hoping that when this hen that went broody on me, when she hatches these out, I'm hoping that if I get any hatched out of this, I can just kind of sneak them in under and let her take care of them. Fingers crossed. This is all a big experiment for me. All right, so then I got this right here, this big bag. Hopefully this and 2 bags of this, I believe, right? Yeah, I got 2 bags of that, and then this big bag right here, and then I got these stakes right here. These weren't terribly expensive, so these are for this this poultry netting right here. It's like a nylon stuff. That stuff's expensive, y'all. So I got that, and that way we can fix up the chain link fence coop thing. I think that's 25 feet. I hope that's enough to go all the way around that. If not, it's just going to be a smaller area inside that. But I got to build a coop, just a small coop on the back side of that thing. I'll show you guys here in a minute. Let's take a look at the hen down here, this broody, if she will let us. She might get a little cranky. There she is. Hi, Mama. Hi, Mama Chicken. How are you? Say hello to YouTube. She might get a little cranky when I pet her. How are you? Are you good? There she is. She's on her eggs. She's got some scratch grains in here. It's actually bird feed because nobody around here had any scratch grains. So that's got stuff in there that chickens like to eat. So I gave it to them. It's got sunflower seeds, corn, and you name it. It's all in there. And then a little cup of water for her so she doesn't have to leave her eggs. But yeah, there she is. Let's get her covered back up, give her some camouflage here so she can feel secure in there. And these boards kind of help protect her from the rain and stuff too. So there you go. Get her protected. That's where they've been laying their eggs. I don't know where my chickens are laying their eggs now, guys. Pretty crazy. Isn't that neat though? I can probably hatch some baby chicks out on the solar. I'm just a little worried right now. I probably could. I mean, we're getting into the summertime. We're not getting a whole bunch of rain like every day, so we might be able to get away with that. The thing is I'm not here like every single day to make sure that it keeps going. And if we lose power for a day or so many hours, then those eggs cool off. We'd probably have a very poor hatch rate. I mean, probably wouldn't hatch at all. So yeah, I think I'll just plug it into the grid power. It doesn't have to be off grid, but eventually I'll probably get brave. I mean, I don't want to get too brave right now because I want to get these hatched out. So if the ones that she's laying on, if they hatch out, then maybe I can kind of scoot them all together with her and she can take care of all of them. So anyways, yeah, she'll probably be pulling her feathers out, right? I got the free range chickens, a new waterer right here. I'm probably going to put that somewhere else. I got to figure out where I'm going to put it. Probably in the backyard, so it's in the shade. It's getting too much sunlight right now, and it'll start growing stuff inside there. So if I put it behind the house, it'll be shaded and be cooler water for them. I just brought it over here because I was tired of carrying it. All right, so this is the main chicken run that I don't know. I've just been lazy and I haven't finished this one up over here. This is where the roosters are, okay? And I'm kind of thinking that I want to move the roosters over to that one and build a little chicken coop on the end of that and put some of this netting, this shade cloth stuff over top, and that will help protect them from hailstorms and rain and all that kind of stuff. I mean, this right here does really good for them. When it's pouring down rain like really hard, I can go in underneath this right here and I barely get wet. So these roosters really like it. They're getting along pretty darn good. These guys right here, I think I'm gonna see if I can't find some Australorp hens, and then we'll have them like in their own coop. And then this right here, I'm kind of thinking maybe use the netting or something either in here or over there. I don't know yet which I'm gonna do. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking, is maybe move the roosters over here and let that be their little run for a little while. They'll get the grass and stuff and the bugs and everything taken care of in here. But first I got to get the hole in the fencing plugged up. I got to get a coop built, and I don't really have the wood to do that right now. So there's that. I need to get a coop built that fills in that hole right there, just like a little sloped roof or whatever on it. Oh, so much to do, guys. But yeah, I may want to move this. I don't know. I've been thinking about leaving it right here and then running a run off of it that way just to make it bigger. But if we end up with several different breeds here, I'm gonna need like different pins to put all the different ones in to keep them separated so we can hatch eggs out and know what we got. And check out this is my peach tree here. The peaches are doing pretty good. Looks like we've had, I don't see any on the ground over here, but I've got 2 on the ground over there that fell off. I don't know why they fell off. I don't know if the chickens did it or the wind did it. But right here, there's 2 of my peaches fell off. They're tiny. I think I'm gonna cut those open, see what they look like on the inside. But yeah, there's my two of my peach trees. I got another peach tree in here in the backyard. Let's go look at that. And the reason I have this mower right here, this little push mower, it used to be a self-propelled, but the belt broke on it, so it doesn't self-propel anymore. It's really hard to mow like 1.5 acres or so of yard with a push mower when it doesn't self-propel itself. And when a self-propelled doesn't like propel itself, it's twice as hard to push. I was at the store today looking at those cheap mowers. It's not self-propelled, and I was seriously thinking about getting one. But I'd be better off to buy new tires and everything for the riding mower. I'm just gonna try to maintain that mower for now until I can afford to get a 0-turn mower. But this mower, I will mow this general area with that bagger right there, and then I take the grass and I throw it in there with them, and they love it. They absolutely love it when I throw grass in there with them. So yeah, because they don't get to free range like the other birds. There's my other chickens. There's Grandpa out here with the trash that the dogs drug out. Let's take you guys back here. I'll show you the other peach tree. Now, I don't know if it's got anything growing on it or not. I haven't been back here in a little bit, so let's walk out here and check it out. There's my other mower. That's my old Murray. I bought that thing, I don't even know how many years ago. The motor in it's still good. The rest of it's pretty well shot. All right, so you're pretty well guaranteed there's going to be snakes in here. And we got these wild black raspberry bushes right here growing. It's all a whole bunch of wild black raspberry bushes. And that is a peach tree that I made that cutting board out of that I gave to Simply Jan Homestead. I trimmed that thing back quite a bit a couple years ago. And it looks like I see 1, 2. There's like, looks like 1 here and then 1 up there. Yeah. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Yeah. So there's 1, whoops, 1, 2 right there. I think there was 1 a little bit lower, but I can't find it in the lens. So yeah, it's not looking like it's doing too good. Oh, there's some over here on this side. There's quite a few on that little branch right there coming out. Quite a few on it. There's a lot of those wild black raspberries. You see the raspberries coming in. They're still green right there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then we've got all of this right here, all through here, all out through over there. It's all wild black raspberries all over. And then up, even up through here, you got my old trailer right there. There's old wild black raspberries there. There's some over here and some honeysuckle, I think, too. Right over in there around that bush and everything. So if anybody wants some wild black raspberries this summer, around about June or so, we should have them coming in. You guys can come out and pick them. There's a, is that a newsbee? You guys see that? Oh, he flew off. I think it was a newsbee. Wild black raspberries. Yeah, it's like a jungle back in there now. I'm not going in there cutting trees down right now. Bunch of wild black raspberries. There's just a pile of them right there. Yeah, I don't mow them down because it's nice to have them. Then we got these right here. wild strawberries right there. The squirrels love those right there. They don't taste that great. Got quite a few of those all over this backyard. That right there is a bush that I dug up from the front yard. I brought it back here with a mini track hoe and set it right there, and it's been growing ever since. That trash going everywhere. Got some honeysuckle growing up right there. Those are nice. Got some honeysuckle right here. It hasn't really bloomed out yet. This is my shooting range. Actually, my shooting range is like right there. It goes way down the hill down there. I got tired of trying to mow it because it's too steep, so I just moved the shooting range up here. Right here we got some wild black raspberry bushes. All through here, got some honeysuckle. I can smell that honeysuckle right now. It smells pretty good. Heck yeah. A little lizard crawling over the stuff. This was my kids' little fort they had built up here, and we pulled it down, and they were supposed to burn all them pallets off, and they never done it. I just can't seem to get my kids to do anything. You got to pay them like insane amount of money to get them to do anything. And even if I pay them, they won't do nothing. My youngest son, he's 16, and he's working on a farm for a guy for this summer. And yeah, he's making pretty good money. I told him, I was like, man, I wish I could pay you 15 bucks an hour, 100 bucks a week to mow the yard. I thought was pretty good. And he never mowed it. I always have to do it myself. What else was I going to show you guys? Oh, I've got some mint growing. I got some mint that I got from my mom last year, I think it was. And I planted that. Walking all the way around the house here, back over to the bus. Oh, I didn't show you guys the black walnut tree. Got a black walnut back there that I've been growing. So I got a black walnut right here. Here's a black walnut. It's got some new growth starting from right there to here. So it's grown about another foot already this year. That's pretty darn good. That's I want to say the 3rd year for this black walnut. And right here, this is a whole bunch of mint that I got growing. It was a little bitty patch that I had right there growing. And this year it has just spread out everywhere, which is awesome. Because I have a oil water separator that I bought off of Amazon a couple years ago, and I took a pressure cooker and turned that into like a steel. And so basically you can take your cuttings from a plant like the mint and you cook that. You just put it in the, you can chop it up or whatever, grind it up, put it in the pressure cooker with some water, and you put that on the stove, and then you have it run through a worm with some ice water around the worm. It's just a copper tube that goes around in a pot or whatever, and that comes out, goes through a tube, goes into the oil water separator, and the oil and the water separates out in that thing. It's a little glass tube thing. I'll have to do a whole video on that. And then, you know, it separates out the essential oils out of the plant that way. And so I'm going to be doing that. So I will have some mint oil, or essential oil from mint. It's just regular mint as far as I know. It's not like chocolate mint or nothing like that. And I think you can use that like in your coffee or whatever, if you want to flavor it like mint, or whatever you want to put it in, whatever you want to put it in the cook and make it taste like mint. So yeah, I'm going to start bottling that stuff up a little bit at a time. It's probably not going to be very cheap, but yeah, it's another experiment, a thing I'm learning about. Never ever stop learning. Always try to learn something new every day. And if you do, you will succeed in life, hopefully. You may fail a few times, but don't be afraid of failure, because if you're too afraid of failure, you'll never succeed, right? So anyways, I guess I'll leave you guys with that. Thank you so much for watching. I'll let you guys know on the eggs how they done, if they hatch out or whatever. And we'll see you later, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye. Unfortunately, it looks like a bug may have got inside there and got to the seed or something. It looks kind of, I don't know, you tell me. It looks like to me a little bug got in there and killed it, and that's probably why it fell off. Yeah, you can see a little entry hole right there where a bug got into it and it just ate up through there. So yeah, that's not very good. Well, can't eat that. Let's see what this one looks like. There's a little brown in there. I don't know if that's from a bug getting in it. Well, that smells sweet. Yeah. Something got in there. There's a little bug thing right there, a worm thing. That is not cool. Unfortunately, I don't know what to put on them, or spray on them, or whatever to protect them, keep the bugs from getting in them. I know somebody mentioned something about putting some like little sacks or something over these to, I guess it's like a little net bag thing to keep the bugs from getting in them, but as small of a hole as it put in that right there, I mean, you'd be hard pressed to keep those little things out, whatever they are. I think that's I think that's why there's a sap looking stuff coming off of these. That's where a bug went in, and it you know, some of the sap started gooing out of it. Well, anyways, see you guys later. Bye.